Welcome to Aspen, Colorado. Always consult with your physician before you begin any type of exercise program. If your condition worsens, stop and consult with your rehab specialist. Although these videos were created for a specific diagnosis, they were designed to address the range within that diagnosis, so they get progressively harder from the beginning to the end. Watch these videos with your rehab specialist and allow them to decide when you're ready to progress to the harder exercises towards the end. Also allow them to make modifications towards your uniqueness. Patience, change, and no forcing are valuable lessons that you will learn through your yoga practice. Never press into pain. Pain is always counterproductive. Physical pain is always counterproductive. And above all, get fascinated with the inner world of your mind, your body, and your breath. So come with me. Let's begin with our breathing. Either bent knee or straight. Take a big inhale, your belly rises and expands on your inhale. Ribs widen, collarbones rise. As you exhale, everything deflates. Your belly tightens and the navel pulls towards the spine. Inhale. Exhale with a ha sound, like you're fogging up a mirror, and feel the waistline cinch up from the back to the front. And as you're hawing this time, close your lips, and you can still hear the ha in the back of your throat. And that's the ujjayi breath of yoga. And on that ha, the belly tightens, 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 tightens. This is your ab work. The waistline cinches up, the navel pulls down. Bend your knees. If you're able, place your hands on your thighs. Inhale. And when you get to your exhale, press your hands into your legs. If your legs stay straight, you can hold the bed rails and do this. And push against the bed rails or push against your legs. Feel the abdominal wall tighten even more. So you can either do the ha or keep the lips closed, either way. But you want that forced exhalation. If you're able to add to this, you can bring your chin towards your Adam's apple, and on the exhale, roll up and push to use your upper abdominals as well. If you want to make this harder, you can come to your tippy toes. Bring your left hand to your right thigh. Inhale to prepare. Exhale with the ha or closed lips. Inhale down. Or you can push on a bed rail or a chair. If this is too much for your neck, you can also support your head. Lots of different ways to do the same thing. Push and switch. Right hand, left thigh. Either a big hop or the ujjayi, lips closed. They both sound the same. They're both doing the same thing, contracting the abdominal wall.
Close your eyes. And push, 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 push. And release. Lengthen out your left leg. And you're feel a really low abs contracting here. Pelvis is level. There's probably a slight arch in your low back unless it's painful. Always stay in a pain-free zone. Make sure you're gripping. Spread your toes side to side. Spread your fingers side to side. Just with your hands. So your hands look like starfish. Try to keep your pelvis level. So you'll want to weight your right hip a little. Your abs have to stay contracted during the inhale to hold this leg. So you're just going to have to breathe into your rib cage, your ribs, and your collarbones. The belly has to stay flat. Switch legs. Hands like starfish. Hold the ribs down like your pockets. Now make your hands like a blade. Squeeze the fingers together. Go ahead and bend your elbows and press the elbows downward towards. You want to weight your left hip a little, put more pressure into the left hip. Shoulders are moving down, neck is long. Squeeze your fingers together. Both knees bent, we're going to bridge. So you squeeze your bottom and then lift it up as high as you can. If your bottom doesn't lift very high, just squeeze your glutes, squeeze your bottom muscles. Keep the blade on the fingers, press down with the arms, open at the heart. Use a ha sound here too. You want to hear yourself. Arms pushing down. Two more. And then slowly lower down. You can also inhale up and exhale down if that's too long of a hold today. Reaching your legs out. We're going to do the mermaid. So that means you're going to squeeze your legs together and make a tail. So your ankles squeeze together, your knees squeeze together. Your inner thighs are squeezing together like they're one solid tail, mermaid tail. Squeeze. Your bottom is squeezing as well. Bending your knees, you're just going to pretend that you're swimming, just with the wrist and the elbows. Use your breath. So inhale with one stroke, exhale with the other stroke. Turn your head from side to side. Look at the hand that's moving. And if you're able, you're just going to make the stroke bigger, like the back stroke. Inhale one. Exhale the other. Look towards the arm that's moving. Squeeze the legs together. Don't forget your tail. Squeeze your bottom. move slower if you want to. Make your breath as long as you possibly can. So if you can inhale for 5 counts, then exhale for 5 counts on the other side. If you can do 7, do 7. Move with your own breath. So that may be a different tempo than I'm doing. Just make it as long as you can. Bring your right leg in, interlace behind your hamstring. Send the leg up, heel goes up, toes move towards your head. Bend your knee, draw it in some more, and then press up. Shoulders are trying to come down to the mat. Knit your low ribs together. Shift your right sitting bone towards your left foot, and that'll level out your pelvis. You want the pelvis level and square. That'll keep your spine in the correct line. Lower the foot, put your left ankle on your thigh. Left hand goes through the hole, interlace, stretch up again. Use the ha sound. Lift your head, turn your head to the right, ear down towards the press your jawline down towards the mat, about 50% pressure. We're strengthening your neck. Squeeze the legs in. Your tail anchors down towards the ground. So you're not up, down. Shoulders down, ribs together. Use a ha sound. Press the jawline and the ear down. Release. Lift your head, bring it back to center, and switch. Right hand goes through the hole, right ankle on your thigh. Interlace, shoulders down, foot goes up. Try to get your low ribs to touch the mat. Pelvis stays level, tail anchors down to the ground. Lift your head. Comes down to the mat. Press your jawline down towards the ground. About 50%. So if you pushed your head down 100%, everything you had, you want half of that. So just 50%. Bring it in. Toes coming towards your head. Shoulders down. Use the ha sound. We're training the abs throughout this practice. So you must breathe like you mean it. We're also training your diaphragm muscle under the lungs, keeping your lungs nice and strong. And we need those ribs to move, so watch as the ribs widen on the inhale and the rib cage gets smaller on the exhale. Let the right foot come down, bend your knee, pull it in a little tighter, tail down, press through the heel for a hamstring stretch. Jawline presses down still, give me 50%. Move your left sitting bone towards your right foot to level and square your pelvis. Your low back will be really happy about that. You want a straight spine. Release, lift your head, lay it back down. Mermaid again. Squeeze the legs together. Tight, tight, super tight. Make a tail. Belly comes down, abs are tight as well. We'll begin the breaststroke. So bring your hands together in front of your chest. Go straight up and then open down towards the ground. Inhale to the chest and up. Exhale, open. Inhale, chest and up. Exhale, open. So if you can make your breath longer, do so. You'll move at a slower pace than I do. That's fine. Squeeze the legs. Squeeze your bottom. Flare the toes out. The feet are active. Hands are like a starfish. And now reverse. Come down to your heart. Out to the side. Exhale, bring them together. Make a blade with the hands. Inhale to your heart. Out. Together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to the heart. Exhale together. Give it all you got. Belly comes towards the spine. So your abdominals work with forced exhalation. So we need that hop. If your arms don't go all the way up, that's just fine. You do what you can. Just move at the wrists or the fingers. And release. Now move your feet about hip width apart. And you're going to pretend to press on the brake pedal, and you're going to press hard. So your thighs are contracted, your glutes are squeezing, you're pressing with your feet like you're pushing on a brake pedal. You're trying to come to a complete stop, so you can feel your calves really working. Belly towards your spine. Now with the upper arms, you're going to pretend that you're picking apples. So there's a tree in front of you and it's loaded with apples, and you're just going to pick them and put them in a basket that's at your belly. Pick, put it in the basket. Pick. Move at your own tempo. Exhale as you reach out. Inhale as you drop it in the basket. You're pushing on the brake. Calves are working. Thighs are working. Bottom is working. They're all squeezing hard. You can pick anywhere you want. Use your imagination. See an apple way up there. See another one way down there by your knees. You're still pushing on the brake. Both feet pushing hard. Now you've picked all the apples right in front of you, and you've got to get to the branches way out there. You might lift a shoulder to get there. They're way up in front of you. Shoulders come off the mat on this one. Exhale with a ha as you reach out. Inhale, drop it into the basket. Make sure you're picking the high ones. One way up there. And the ones down by your knees. Make sure your shoulders come off of the surface. Push on the brake. Don't forget your low body. Breath has to keep going. Release. Now we're going to do the fish. Take your elbows to the floor. Press your elbows into the mat and lift your heart up. Heart stays high. Spread your toes wide. Make your hands like a starfish. Shoulders back. Heart up. Press the elbows down. Your back arches. Spread your toes and fingers. And release. Let it go. If you can, roll over onto your belly. If not, do these on your back. Bring your arms out into a T shape. And okay. Exhale, feet the other. I have my forehead on the floor. Hide if you want to. Just make sure it's not your chin that's on the floor. That'll hurt your neck. Bring your arms up to a Y shape if you can. As high as you can. The elbows can be bent if you need to. And now you're going to kick. So you're going to kick the bed. Kick the surface you're on. Kick hard. I'm on a rock, so I'm not going to kick so hard, but I want you to kick hard. Kick as hard as you can. Use the ha. Make your breath as long as possible. If you're able, come up to elbows. Just feel that nice back bend. Kick your feet. Shoulders come down away from ears. So we're working the shoulders. Spread your fingers wide like a starfish. The hands are working too. Look down towards your hands. Move your head back. And then you can look towards the end of your mat, bed. Use the ha sound. On the ha, pull your belly up, away from the bed. Coming down, arms out in airplane wings. Lift your arms and shoulders from the mat. Squeeze your legs together and then lift your legs from the mat. Belly comes up. Pubic bone presses down. Breathe like you mean it. Toes and fingers go wide. And then let it go. going to set this up again. Belly comes up off of the mat or away from it. Pubic bone presses down. All this is to save your low back. So we need to engage the abdominals first. Legs come up, then arms come up, shoulders off of the mat. Use a ha. Spread your toes and fingers as wide as you can. And then just get fascinated with your breath. See how tight you can cinch up your waistline on the ha. Inhale, see how wide you can get the ribs. Reach the fingers towards your feet. Reach the arms towards your legs. And then release. Roll back onto your back. Cross your right knee over the left. Right leg on top. And then drop your legs to the right. Don't let your shoulder come to the mat. Just bring your whole body to the right until your knee touches the ground. Arm up to the sky. And then let it drop open. Your arm is out in a T shape. Knee stays grounded down to the mat. Use a ha. Even here, get fascinated with your breath. Ribs are getting big on the inhale. On the exhale, the waistline is tiny, tiny, tiny. Belly moves towards the spine. And then float your I shape. Those different stretches in between the Y and the T on the left arm. If you want to add to this, you can bend your wrist back. Spread your fingers. Just float the arm. You can even bring it overhead. When you feel like you have a good stretch, hang out there for a couple of minutes and then maybe move to another area. So the arm is working between the T and over. Lengthen out the back of your neck. Cinch up the waist. Inhale, big ribs. Spread your toes wide. Active feet. Starfish on the hands. Make the hand into a blade. And the wrist back if you're able. Let's go. You're too far into it. You need to back off just a little. Bring your left hand down. You're going to lift the legs by using the abs. So inhale first. Exhale with the ha sound. Use the belly to bring them up. Switch. Left leg on top. Left knee over right. Drop your legs all the way down to the ground. Let your whole body turn to the left. Knee is touching. Right arm goes up. And then let the right arm open and come down towards the ground. Start your breathing. Arm is at a T. And then you can float to a Y or overhead. Float all around here. Bend the wrist back if you're able. Spread your fingers wide like a starfish. Toes widen. Spread them apart. On that exhale, go deep into the abs. Lengthen the back of your neck. Try to find spaces in the rib cage that are collapsing. Maybe the left ribs are kind of stuck down. As you inhale, see if you can get them to widen and open up. If you can get your collarbones to lift. On your exhales, you're seeing how close you can get the ribs together and down, squeezing down, down, down. Make a blade with the hand. Right hand to the floor. Inhale first. Exhale, lift the knees with your abdominal wall, not the low back. And then reach the legs out for Shavasana. Turn your palms up, together light. Feet flop open. Just relax, drop your jaw. Release around your eyes and around your mouth. Let your shoulders relax. Let every muscle go down your arms all the way to your fingertips. Drop your jaw again. Throat softens, belly softens, glutes spread like jelly, legs let go, kneecaps float. Release down the back of your legs all the way to your tippy toes. Surrender, give in to gravity. Gather up all your thoughts concerning the future. See them all very clearly. Set them on a cloud. Let them float away. You don't need them right now. We'll come back later. Gather up all we did yesterday, the day before, the last 10 years. Set it on a cloud. Let it float away. Affirm the past does not exist. The future does not exist. The only real moment in time is this one. And as thoughts float up, and they will, just set them on a cloud and let them float away. wiggling your fingers and your toes. Take a big reach above your head and stretch. And then release. Choose 3 blessings in your life and give thanks. Bring your hands in front of your heart as you do so. As you exhale, lift your head and lower it in a bow, honoring your compassionate heart. And namaste.